Hey, this is something like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. You can see what I'm about to do. All this, all this right here. I'm washing my clothes up in Western. I'm still in that Western Express terminal. This is what happened. You remember that time when I said the truck was supposed to go in the shop for a parameter adjustment? All right. So far, let me tell you this. I went through hell. I got in a fight with the fucking shop manager, or one of the shop managers. I got in a fight with one of the bitches I'm inside this place, and they did complain about the error code coming from the speakers, and they took out. Now let me tell you what's good and what's bad. It's minor bad news and major good news. I wouldn't say minor bad news, but the bad news is I thought I wasn't going to get this truck back. As a matter of fact, yeah, they didn't take it away from me. It's more like I didn't want the truck anymore. That's what was happening. That's the bad news. Very minor though. The reason why I said minor is because that bad news only lasts like maybe 2 days or a couple of hours. So it's like when I was in that loaner, I thought I was going to get stuck in that loaner and then try to chase after a rental, and I did. I chased after it online on my laptop computer. They were giving me runarounds anyway. But additional ideas came through my head. I tried to pray to the Lord God about it. And I said, you know what? You do what you see fit. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it my way. It's like I wanted to quit this job immediately, and I was trying to. I almost left this truck. Would you believe I was convinced and I gave up internally. I gave up and I was convinced, and I said I'm going to stick it out in that loaner and hide from Western Express and pretend like I'm working for them and chase after the loaner truck and then go own authority. Well, I kind of decided to get some kind of justice for myself. I said, all right, let me sucker punch them and tell them a couple of crap about that truck. I wind up doing that. So as I go along, got on my knees right here and start praying. And I said, Lord, I want to get away from these beasts. I want to get away from them savages right here. One of them's just like according to what they said that they were going to do to the truck, they were going to restore it back to normal. Nah, it's like that didn't happen. But let me finish where I left off. I said I wanted to actually quit in the same day, but I couldn't do that to myself. I can't leave myself homeless. I cannot leave myself not being nowhere to stay. So I camped out in the loaner for like 2 days. So this is what happened. I started sending text messages to my DM complaining about the truck. Oh, here's the interesting part. I kept texting messages to my DM saying, send it to Bethlehem. And he sent it to Bethlehem because I'm chasing after a loaner. And then he said, why would you want to do that? I said, I'm not accepting this piece of shit. That's what I told him. Since they already put their filthy hands on it, they already fucked it up. That's what I even put, I put the F word in there. He didn't even complain about the way I was cussing. He said he was talking to Melissa. So, according to what I was trying to tell him, I hesitated to touch the truck anyways. I didn't even test drive it. I was so prejudiced and sensitive about touching this truck because I thought this truck had a curse on it. Because, when I walked up to one of them guys, they were acting clueless, and they mentioned something about chasing after the wrong side of the truck. No, it's more like they were chasing after the wrong side of the truck, according to how they sound. But anyways, let me cut the long story short. I hesitated to touch the truck, and I kept using the loaner back and forth, going to that Target and paying a visit to that drop trailer, the empty trailer I left. That trailer was safe anyways. So when I dived back up in here the last time, alright, this is what happened. I told my DM that, alright, I don't like where this is going, man. I don't like the way this is going. But I'll go over there and come over there and look at it. So it's like he rejected me and said, we're not towing this truck to Bethlehem. So alright, I guess I can't win this fight. I'll come over and look at it. So since I couldn't win the fight, I was trying to convince them to tow it to Bethlehem from Nashville. They didn't want to do that. So I went over there, looked at it. As a matter of fact, this is what happened. When I came back over here behind this truck with the loaner, there was a so-called you-know-what that was following me in a pickup truck. I don't think I want to say that yet. So, the same one that gave me the keys for the loaner. He climbed on the side of the loaner and started complaining about me leaving the property without the insurance paper. So he started cussing and complaining, sizing up on me. So I tried to explain my situation. And not only that, he also came after my DM for not telling me that I needed information about, he also said that you gotta switch payments to the loaner if I'm gonna use it. And then if I'm gonna go back to this truck, this lease purchase truck that I've been having for 2 years, then I should switch the payments back to that. That shit did not make any sense to me. That didn't make no sense to me. The insurance, yes. The insurance papers for the loaner, yes, because I'm lease purchase. That made sense. But the payments switching, nah, that don't make no sense. But anyways, he didn't just call him on the phone. He went into the friggin' dispatch office and confronted my DM for not telling me the information. So I went over there and I came in after him. And he came back out. So it's like the one that the manager or whatever, the one that gave me the keys to the loaner, it seemed like I tried to explain my situation. To be honest, he just tapped me on the shoulder and then went about his business. So I don't know. It's like, boy, all I can say is not just him. You remember the asshole I told you I got in a fight with? When I say fight, I don't mean fist fight. I got in a verbal argument. This is my second time getting in a verbal argument with a shop manager at Western Express, you remember that time when I shot that video in 21? I got in a verbal argument with a shop manager in Richmond, Virginia. And I also just got in a fight with one, like, I think it was yesterday. So it's like, since you remember when I put the Pioneer speakers in, alright, they took one of them out because the code was showing up. Anyways, that was just minor. And yeah, it was a scary, ugly ride. I thought, would you believe I thought I was quitting this job. Plus, I was desperate to get away from this truck because I thought these bitches had a curse on it. Well, guess what? Let me tell you the good news. Enough of the bad news. The bad news sounds excessive, but the good news is actually, you could say 95 to 100%. Let me tell you something about the good news. Alright, so much for the pissed off loaner deal and so much for the fucking craziness. Anyway, he was pissed off about me using the loaner and pulling away from the yard without the insurance papers. But anyway, he didn't fire me. He didn't write me up. He just got pissed off and warned me. That's it. But anyways, I put the loaner back and put my stuff back in this truck. He demanded me to come back into this lease purchase truck and stay there. So I did that. I wanted to do that anyways. I didn't really want to lose it. So it's like when I was praying to the God, I said, Lord, even though I feel convinced about leaving this job, whatever you see fit. So I guess I started getting ideas in my head and I came back out, checked the truck out. I said, you know what? I'm scared to touch this truck because it might break down on me according to what I did. Well, it didn't do any of that. I test drove it. I took a chance and drove to the Target store. It kept up. According to what Bethlehem did to the parameters with the cruise control and the pedal, it stayed the same. That's my number one concern. Number two, would you believe instead of them removing the economy mode, they refreshed the software? I know that they did it. They didn't tell me. According to what Freightliner in Tifton said about the software refreshing, Freightliner in Tifton didn't do much of a job. Western Express looked like they refreshed the software on the economy mode, plus they enabled the stock switch. Let me show you what I'm talking about. The stock switch, this right here, when you press it once and hold it for 2 seconds, it's manual. When you press it again and hold it for 2 seconds, it's automatic. They turned that on. That's what I wanted, and that's what I wanted done. But I didn't tell them that. They did it on their own. Congratulations, they did a damn mean job on that one. That's two things. They didn't mess with the parameters, like when you turn the cruise control on and you have your foot down on the pedal, you can bump it up to 66 and it will stay that way, yes. And if you take it off or put it on, it will stay 66, but that E-coast will interrupt it. So in order for you to intercept that E-coast, you mash the pedal and hold it. So when you go downhill, it stays in gear. When you go uphill, it stays in gear. When you go at the top, it stays in gear. So that's better. They didn't mess with that. That's two good things they did to it. Number three, they also put back the dome light. The same dome light that I took out last year in 21. Oh, hold on for a second. I messed up. Sorry about that. This is it right here. It is now working. It's not turning on, off, on, off. It's working. So that's three things they did. So that's three perfect things. All right, number four. You might say it's a tiny bit of bad news. No, it's not. It's only 1% bad news. It's nothing to me. They did take out the Pioneer speaker in the right door. I thought they took out all of them. Would you believe they made a mistake and left all three of the other speakers, the modified speakers in the truck? They left the original Pioneer speaker. They left the Pioneer speaker right next to me, which is the best one. And then the two kickers at the top, they left them in there. They only took out that one because the code said that the right side was defect. But they didn't mash the buttons. They didn't touch the buttons to find out that the left one was also the same. But they didn't. It seemed like they got sucker punched on that one. They only took out the right speaker because what they saw on the dashboard only showed the right speaker. It was supposed to show the left. They didn't touch the key pod. That's the reason why. So you know what? That's another blessing right there. So that's what? 4 things. That's 4 good things. It don't matter. If they put a stock speaker over there and I got a Pioneer and 2 kickers, nah, forget it. It still sounds exactly the same. All I got to do is put that oh yeah, they did put my Pioneer speaker out the right door and it's under the bunk bed right now. I'll show it to you. Hold on for a second. The sound still sounds exactly the same. I don't notice any difference. Nah. The bass and the booming, it's still heavy and dangerous and loud as hell. It was even a little bit better when they removed the passenger side. I'm thinking since they took out one of those, it sends more current into the cell phone, so the cell phone can allow the sound to come out stronger. Because the Pioneer speakers were probably using up current inside the truck. But when I tried in the loaner's volume can turn up loud, but it's not as strong and heavy on International. Where was it? Hold up a second. It's here somewhere. I know I saw it. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't put it. I relocated it. Excuse me. Sorry about that. I know what I did with it. I was fixing to brush my teeth. That's why I got all that. As a matter of fact, my clothes are done inside the washing machine. Right. It's been done 10 minutes ago. No, wait a minute. That's not it. Here it is. Just a second. Yeah, this is it. They only took out this one over here. Let's see if I could turn this on. Yeah, they took this one out. I could easily put that back in. This ain't nothing. It's still in perfect shape. So I ain't gonna worry about that. The good news, man, I feel much better about the truck compared to the condition it was in. Oh, 5, excuse me. 5, no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 good news, 5 additional things. I mean, the 5th additional thing, sorry about that. I already told you 4. The 5th thing that they did, that was good. What was that? I had, man, it just slipped me. What was it? Oh yeah, the engine idle shutdown that was malfunctioning. Yeah, that's gone. Probably I didn't test the optimized idle yet. It's probably taken out. They took it out. They probably did. But when it was malfunctioning at a lower temperature or a high temperature, it's not doing that. So all I got to do is wait for it to get cold and see what it does. If it's under 71 or 70, then it should stay on. So they did 5 things to it that benefited me. Even though they took the speaker out, I can't believe the sound kind of came out strong while I was driving the truck. You see this truck right here? It was sapped the music. It was sapped the sound from the cell phone. No matter how high you turn it or how you adjust it. If you leave it at level 26 on the CD player, then the cell phone can turn up louder. And then while you're driving the truck for a long period of time, that's when the sound gets faded away. But when you go on that international loaner, the sound stays strong all the time. But sometimes when you drive, the sound gets too loud. It's adjusting too loud. You probably know the answer to that. I don't. But anyways, it's like I'm not saying that I feel proud of Western Express, but all I gotta say is I'm telling you the good news. 5 good things happened to this truck, and I was blown away. When I got back in it, I felt happy, man. I thought, would you believe, I was convinced that I didn't just think I lost the truck, I wanted to walk away from it. They did not really take it away from me. They took away my pride and my dignity, yes. But it seemed like I got proven wrong. Thanks to the Lord God and thanks to whatever happened. All I can say is that I'm giving God the praise. I ain't thanking myself and I ain't thanking them. I'm giving God the praise because I'm the one that was getting on my knees in that loaner. And I was there begging God to like pull me away from this job, and I kept cussing out Western Express and saying, I'm not touching this piece of shit anymore. They already put a curse on it. They laid their filthy hands, and all of a sudden I get blessed. I mean, thank God. 5 good things happened to this truck. Never mind the speaker. I have to say it's good because I think I learned something from it. It kind of did me a favor. It's more like it's showing me that there's something inside the truck that's restricting the noise from coming out too loud. Only on this one, but on the International, it's flexible. You could turn up the CD player or the cell phone. Either way, it's going to turn up way past the limit and it will stay that way. But when you drive the International for a couple of minutes or seconds, the sound will come out too loud. So you got to turn it down. I don't know what's causing that, but I guess because the excess technology they put on the Cascadia, that's why. Anyways, man, I feel fucking proud and, excuse my language, I feel friggin' proud and grateful. I feel a lot better. I feel much better and a lot better about this truck. It felt comfortable compared to the International. And you know what? It seemed like I needed a refresher course in my, I don't know, my mood. I had to pull away from the truck and go into the international. It seemed like God must have put me through that process. I had to refresh myself. I might say attitude, but it seemed like, oh, one of y'all said something about my faith being tested. Man, I apologize. I keep forgetting about that. It's usually my wisdom I be paying attention to, but it seems like I'm not paying attention to that it has something to do with faith. But you know what? I keep forgetting what faith is. According to what I learned in church, it's supposed to be faith is the ability to do things. I know that. My Sunday school teacher told me that when I was a kid, when I was a teenager. But anyways, it's like I don't know why I don't pay attention to that. But I'm gonna investigate, and you know what I mean. I'm gonna keep track of it though. I apologize if I forgot about that. But anyways, it seemed like God must have had me pulling away from this truck. And now, I didn't just ask to get it fixed. I even told myself I was not supposed to come back in here. And I thought God was pissed off at me for breaking my truce. Like, since I vowed not to come, well, not vowed. I didn't really promise. I said I will never let them touch this truck again. And then all of a sudden, I forgot what I said. And then I dived in here. And I said, man, God must be pissed off at me because I broke my truce. Well, guess what? It seemed like it turned out to be in my favor after all. 5 good things happened to it. 5 good things happened to it. I feel a lot better about this truck. Even though the International was governed 74 miles an hour fast, it fluctuates on and off, on and off. It's the Transtech messing around with it. It's not really keeping track of the speed. It would like max out 68, and then the cruise control doesn't work, or maybe I don't know how to use it. So it's just at the pedal. It fluctuates up to 74 and does what it wants to do. Then it goes down to 73, then 68. It trips out. And the exhaust system overheats pretty fast. But anyway, this one, when I get my Detroit software, I'm going to turn it up to 75 and maybe 80. But anyway, as of right now, I'm satisfied and I'm very grateful. And I feel too damn proud of what happened. I didn't mean to hate on Western Express that much, but you see, people got a callous attitude. I did give them the 3 things I want done to it, and it sounded like they didn't understand what I was saying. I would have to thank the Lord God for that, because I don't think it was coming from them. I'm giving him the praise and the glory. I mean, I actually cuss, and man, it's like I actually degraded this truck. I spat on it. I spat in their face. I even got in a fight with the shop manager. I said, man, I ain't coming back near this truck again. Y'all can have it. I don't give a damn. All of a sudden, I got it back. I said, Lord God, if it's in your favor, I'll try, even though I'm rejecting this job and the truck. I'm not gonna make the full decision. I'm gonna let you tell me. If you're gonna disappoint me and tell me to stay on this job, I'm gonna do it your way. Just like how I tried to pull away from FFE, Frozen Food Express. I tried to pull away from FFE back in 2005, and something internally kept saying, no, be patient. Don't do it yet. Would you believe I was too desperate to pull away from FFE, and because that internal voice was speaking to me, I had to listen to it? It wasn't me, I said, Lord, what do you want me to do? Are you telling me to stay? Because I don't want to do it. Yes, that's what I'm trying to tell you. All right. If it's in your will, then I'll do it, because I feel proud of you, and you've been answering my prayers way before that. And guess what? I stayed. And then when I pulled away, I got blessed anyways. I pulled away from the job one time. I left FFE's truck in the Lancaster terminal. And my truck manager saying, are you coming back to work? I was going to say no, and I said yes. So when he said, all right, I'll give you 2 weeks. Okay, I stayed away for 2 weeks. All right, I said, yeah, I'm ready, sir. Can I come back to work? He said, you could stay longer if you want. Okay, so I made it a month. I stayed away for a month. So I left Florida and went to Rockford, Illinois, and stayed at this apartment complex for 1 month. And now I said, I'm starving for a job. I want to come back and work. All right, I said, Mr. Fisher, Mr. Bob Fisher, can I come back now? Are you sure? Yes, yes, sir, I'm sure. Okay, all right. Give me a couple of minutes. I'll find a truck for you to drive. And I got one. I moved from the brand new 2004 to the used 2003, and I was thankful. The seat was broken. It's like the seat was kind of severed in half. Like it was so broken that I had to use a piece of wood from Home Depot and put it right there. And I had to use the jack stands from my car and put it underneath there. And I drove comfortable. I didn't complain. I didn't even go in the shop and get it fixed because I have such a thankful attitude that, if I ever run into a problem, I just respond a certain way and I get blessed. I'm sorry, I don't know what the hell to say about that secret one with the white beard and the damn hat. I don't care what his judgmental thoughts are. I'm not paying attention to him. But the rest of y'all in the background, I know who you are. Most of y'all are down to earth, somewhat God-fearing people. I respect that. I respect your attitude that highly. If I ever run into you in person, I'll take the shirt off my back, throw it on the floor, and let you walk all over it and put you first in line. I hope you know that. But anyway, let me get back to the subject. Yeah, that is true. I did have moments. I had brushes with other truck companies, and I got blessed when I ran into problems. I got the worst out of FFE, but I said, boy, Western Express is pretty scary. But anyways, man, I have a history of that. I have a history of battles. I just ran into one. After all this time I've been on this truck for about 2 years, I finally thought I was going to pull away from it. I got 5 friggin' things done to it, and I'm so impressed. I would say I am not. I say I don't really want to go this way. Thankful for whatever Western Express did to it. They did better than Freightliner this time. I wouldn't guarantee y'all to really count on that, but if it ever went good your way, then so be it. You know what I told you about them brake pads sticking up and cutting into the rims? You know, that came from Freightliner right there. Well, I thought Western Express was going to mess up on the parameters. No, they didn't. Would you believe the economy mode in automatic, whenever it stays much longer in gear in automatic mode, and then it upshifts? And would you believe I can upshift it whenever I want if it stays a little bit too long? They don't have to be perfect. They did a damn good job on it. I would say they did 100% on it. They did 100% on it. And it's 5 things I did to it. Even if they took the speaker out and they said, well, you can't modify the truck because you haven't paid for it. All right, so what? The motherfuckers them didn't even take out the rest of the speaker. I thought the rest of them were gone. I came in here and I'm waiting to see that the rest of them are gone. Now, I could see right through the mesh that chrome and that background. You could see the colors in that one. It's red and silver, just like the front of this. And you could see the chrome in the back. You know, they didn't touch it. And it sounds exactly the same, except it sounds stronger. But anyways, man, I say hats off to the Lord God. Hats off to Jesus. A little bit of hats off to Western Express, but I don't feel like going that way. I mean, I ain't worshiping no fleshly idol. I don't feel like going that way. I've been pissed off and mad at them. I would say it's God's blessing. This can't be them, because I remember when I first went lease purchase with this truck. I had this truck in the shop. They were exaggerating and doing all kinds of crap. So, and you know how Connecticut is. So, it's got to be some kind of supernatural act that caused that to happen. Because the one that got pissed off at me about the loaner, yeah, he said these guys are new. If they're new, they did a pretty damn good job on it. They must have been new mechanics, but they got background experience. That's probably what it is. But anyways, I don't know what else to say. I gotta go get my clothes. You know what? Since I got 3 minutes left, why don't I just let y'all know what I'm really doing here? Hold on for a second, man. I want to put my gloves on. Hold up. All right. I got 3 minutes. I'm going to try and make it fast. This way you don't think I'm lying to you. I am in the laundry side of Western Express. Hold up. Let me check this out. By the way, it's like 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning right now. That's why it's so dark. I actually pulled away and put fuel in the truck, and now I'm washing my clothes the second time in the same week. Look at this shit. What is she doing? Oh snap. I can't believe this. Oh, alright, they already got done. Yeah, they got done already. I got 2 more minutes to kill this video. I'm gonna throw it all up there. Excuse my sloppiness. I gotta do it with one arm. Shit. I guess I didn't have that much like I thought I did. Hurry up and get this shit done. What's the temperature high? Dryness. Dry. Let's see. Start. It don't matter. No, 77 minutes. I don't know. I can't do nothing about that. Shit, 77 minutes. What the hell? I'll come back and check on it. Oops, I almost forgot my key. Alright, I only got 1 more minute. Actually, I got 30 seconds. This thing is gonna cut. I hate to be disappointed, but I'll go ahead. Oh shit.